Hey there guys, gals and non-binary pals. Okay, so today was supposed to be a office tour. However, I need to do some cleaning. Place is a bomb site. Also, the area behind that door is just no, no, not right now. Um, I went out there this morning and thought I'll get it tidied and organized, and I realized I would have no time for anything else for the next 2 days. So yeah, that's done. So instead, I thought what I would talk about is my new computer. So as I told you in the last video, my computer just died. Like most of the components are scrap. I'm not even going to try and find a new home for them because honestly, any home that deserves what they were when they worked does not deserve what they are now they're broken. If that makes any sense. So with that going on, I decided to go with the following setup. So I have a Ryzen 7 3700X, which is not cutting edge anymore. Well, it might be just barely cutting edge. Certainly not bleeding edge. I mean, I really, really did think about getting a Ryzen 9, but finances and budget, just not doable. Just not doable at all. So that was a big nope. So that didn't work. So yeah, I got a Ryzen 7 3700X, which honestly pretty damn good. I like the way that it auto throttles, so I haven't overclocked or anything yet, apart from the RAM, but I'll get to that in a second. It works. Great little processor. So RAM, I have 16 gigabytes of 16 gigabytes of 3000 megahertz RAM, and it's by G-Skill, I think. It's very, very bog standard RAM. There's nothing special about it. It's not like high end OC freaking gamer RGB edition anything. By the way, I don't like RGB. It works pretty well. It does get a little bit warm, so I think I might invest in. I'm either going to invest in getting some heat sinks for it, or I'm just going to wait until I'm replacing my RAM, which will be early-ish next year, because I want to bump it up to about preferably 32 gigs. Minimal 32 gigs, preferably 64 gigs. It will support 64 gigs across 16 RAM sticks. So happy with that. The motherboard is it is it's a Steel Legends edition of the B450M, which is an AM4 motherboard. It's pretty limited because it is a micro ATX motherboard, so it has got its limitations, like you don't have 6 PCIe Express slots and what have you. But it does have the advantage that it fits into a small case, which is great. It also has heat sinks for freaking everything. I've never had that kind of motherboard before, so for me, having a motherboard that has just like insane amounts of heat sinks is kind of amusing and awesome. I'm using the stock cooler, which is I think it's a Spectre that came with the Ryzen 7 processor, because I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see if it was actually any freaking good. As it turns out, it's pretty good. For a stock cooler, I'm really impressed by it. I consistently, even when I'm running the processor at 95% capacity, temperature is never going above 60, which is pretty damn impressive for a stock cooler. I'm pretty sure when I do eventually install my Hyper 212, it will drop a bit. I'm not going to go for water cooling because I don't have a great record with liquids and electronics. They seem like a bad mixture to me. Okay, so apart from that, I have the same SSD, the same storage hard drive that I had in my last machine. They're perfectly fine. I'm eventually going to upgrade to an M.2 for my operating system and most used applications, and then I'll move the games I'm playing at the time onto my old SSD to get that little bit of extra performance. I'm trying to remember what the make of it is. I think it's a Samsung something or other. It's about 3 years old now. It's still in perfect health. Like every time I do a health check on it, it comes back 100%. So, great. Uh, Power supply is a Corsair RM 750X, I think. Yeah, 750X. I don't have my glasses on because ring light. Uh, it's a fully modular power supply, 750 watts. Works perfectly fine. Again, the fact that I only have to use the cables that I actually need to use is great. It's made cable management, I won't say good, but better. What else do I have in there? I have nothing else in there. However, what I do have is a Fractal Designs Node 801. Or is it 804? It's one or the other. Dual chamber cube PC case. Now, I have wanted a PC case like that since I discovered that dual chamber cube PC cases exist. They make so much sense to me. The fact that you can sequester the hottest components in their own chamber and move the cooler stuff to the other chamber, that's amazing. Now, I will eventually be doing an actual opened up and a review of the case and a review of how it went together and what have you. But that's once I've spent more time with it, because I'm still kind of feeling my way through this machine and figuring out what I like and what I don't like and what needs to be changed and what can stay the same. But the case is fantastic. Like, it has support for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it has support for 14 fans. It can support water cooling, but like I said, I'm not going to be doing water cooling. At the moment, I'm just running it with the three stock 120mm fans that it came with, and honestly, internal temperatures on it are fantastic. Admittedly, I'm in an office which was, while insulated to hell and back, it is in a shed, and it doesn't have access to the house's main heating. So I'm using a teeny tiny little oil heater which just warms the place enough to be bearable. So it's not necessarily emblematic of how other people experience it, but honestly, it's good. Airflow is excellent. The dust traps on it work extremely well. It has a really nice feature, which is rather than having any 5.25-inch bays, instead it has a side slot where you can put a slot in, like a DVD drive with a slot DVD drive. I got there eventually. I'm thinking about getting one for it because I honestly use quite a lot of physical media, and instead of using that, I've been using, if I can find it, this, which is just an old Lenovo portable DVD burner. There's nothing wrong with it, except for the fact that it takes up 2 USB slots, one for power and one for data. But, I'll eat that. That's okay. But I do think I will probably get a slot DVD drive for it because I have a lot of physical media, an awful lot of physical media, and I'm kind of going back through my much older games for myself again. Like, I'm currently replaying Icewind Dale 1, which is like seriously freaking old. I think it was like 2000. I want to say it was 2001 or 2002, but I could be wrong about that. I'm not certain. So yeah, that's the new computer. And as I said, once I've spent a little bit more time with it, and once I have things set up properly to do a strip down and a show and tell, I'll be doing a proper video review of it. But I have to say, individually, every component in this computer is excellent. They are rock solid. I've had no problems with them in 2 weeks of very hard use. Like, I've really, really been stretching this computer to its limit, and so far it hasn't failed me even once. So, happy days. Anyway, I will be back on Saturday. I will try and do this space tour at that point. I should be able to do it at that point. Like I said, I really, really, really need to tidy. This place is like, it might look okayish on camera now, but trust me, it's not. It's not at all. Oh, sorry. Cthulhu. Because even elder gods should be cuddly and strokeable. But yeah, so guess have a great day. I will be starting Saturday week. I'll be starting the Minecraft Let's Play, and probably Monday week I'll be starting Monday or Tuesday week. I'll be starting the Dragon's Dogma playthrough. So that's coming. I'm hoping to start live streaming next week. That is still tentative. So yeah, that's kind of it. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Be good. Bye for now.